Imagine waking up one morning and feeling as if everything around you is hurtling forward at double speed. The clock on the wall ticks just as it always has, yet your days feel shorter, your to-do list longer, and your sense of balance more fragile. This unsettling feeling, time accelerating beyond our grasp, has been shared by countless individuals across cultures and eras. From tribal shamans to modern mystics like Dolores Cannon, voices throughout history have cautioned that a quickening might one day sweep across humanity. But why would time seem to move faster? Are we under the influence of cosmic forces, or are we simply overwhelmed by technology's constant buzz? In shamanic prophecies, the rapid flow of a river symbolizes the currents of our ever-shifting reality, powerful, irresistible, and at times frightening. Meanwhile, visionaries like Dolores Cannon, who spent over 4 decades exploring human consciousness, reveal hidden dimensions that may hold clues to this dizzying pace of life. Today, we delve into the heart of these prophecies and insights, seeking not just to understand but also to find practical ways to cope. Whether it's the Hopi Elder warnings about clinging to a riverbank or a spiritual tradition that illuminates time's deeper nature, each perspective offers a puzzle piece to help us make sense of this whirlwind. Our journey will span ancient wisdom, religious teachings, technological leaps, and even the laws of physics. By the end, you'll discover how embracing mindfulness, community, and self-care can turn this rapid flow into a transformative force. So fasten your seatbelt. Paradoxically, the best way to navigate time speeding up might be to slow down on the inside. Let's embark on this journey together, stepping into the fast-flowing current with open eyes, open hearts, and a willingness to be changed by what we find. The Hopi River Prophecy. Navigating the rapids. Long before modern technology became a fixture of everyday life, the Hopi Elders spoke of a swift-flowing river that would come to define an era of rapid change. According to their teachings, as the current intensifies, those who refuse to let go of the shoreline, who resist or fear change, will find themselves overwhelmed. It's a haunting metaphor that ignites both fear and hope. Fear of the unknown. Current, hope in the idea that surrendering to the flow can lead to growth and renewal. In this prophecy, the river doesn't just symbolize external chaos like shifts in global politics or economic upheavals. It also reflects our inner turbulence, the way our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual awareness can be swept away if we're not centered. The Hopi teachings encourage us to leap into the river, to trust our buoyancy, and to unite with others along the way. We enter a space where collaboration and compassion become the life vests that keep us afloat. This is where the Hopi concept of leaving the age of the lone wolf resonates deeply. Rather than braving the current alone, we're meant to embrace our interconnectedness, much like a shared raft carrying multiple hearts and minds. It's a poignant reminder that no matter how accelerated our world becomes, community remains our anchor. By celebrating together and supporting one another, we find spiritual nourishment in even the most chaotic waters. Reflect for a moment. Are you gripping the shoreline, bracing against the current? Or are you prepared to plunge in, trusting that the flow, while swift, ultimately carries you to a place of greater awareness? In these stormy rapids, the Hopi Elders teach that surrendering isn't giving up, it's choosing growth over stagnation. Dolores Cannon and expanding consciousness. Dolores Cannon's extensive work in hypnosis and metaphysical research offers an intriguing lens into the phenomenon of time speeding up. Over 4 decades, she documented stories of past lives, cosmic connections, and hidden truths that often defy our conventional understanding. Her clients, while under hypnosis, described realities where time was fluid, sometimes collapsing into profound moments of insight, other times stretching into vast expanses of experience. For Cannon, the notion of a quickening isn't merely an external crisis, it's also a catalyst for self-transformation. If time is indeed accelerating, perhaps it's propelling humanity toward a more conscious state, encouraging us to recognize our unlimited potential. The sense of urgency that many feel in daily life, deadlines pressing in, the constant ping of notifications, might be a cosmic alarm clock nudging us to wake up to deeper spiritual truth. Cannon's Convoluted Universe series dives into topics like parallel dimensions and the shift in our energetic frequencies. She believed these shifts could prompt humanity to evolve rapidly, shedding outdated belief systems much like a snake discards its old skin. If her insights hold any weight, then the challenge isn't to run from the ever-accelerating clock, but to harness its momentum for spiritual growth. In a world that often values speed and productivity above all else, Dolores Cannon's perspective offers a significant counterbalance. What if the answer to feeling time-starved lies not in scheduling more efficiently, but in aligning more profoundly with our higher selves? In that alignment, each second might become more meaningful rather than more rushed. Technology's role, a double-edged sword. It's impossible to discuss the quickening of time without addressing the technological revolution that has transformed our lives. From smartphones to social media, these tools connect us instantly across continents, but they also fragment our attention and create a perpetual sense of urgency. The modern fear of missing out springs from relentless feeds and updates, amplifying our perception that time is slipping away. On the one hand, technology empowers global collaboration and knowledge sharing. We can learn new skills, engage with diverse cultures, and witness world events in real time. Yet this rapid connectivity can also overstimulate our nervous systems. Instead of experiencing long stretches of contemplative solitude, we're bombarded with pings, dings, and alerts. The result? A collective anxiety over the ever-growing to-do list and a longing for the simpler days of our past, a kind of nostalgia for times when life felt slower and more tangible. In many ways, our devices act as both catalysts and symptoms of an accelerated age. They free us from geographical limitations, but can tether us to constant digital chatter. They expand our horizons, yet can shrink our capacity for deep focus. Balancing this tightrope requires awareness and intentionality. It calls us to set digital boundaries, scheduling phone-free hours or using mindful apps that encourage breathing exercises. If time truly feels sped up, perhaps part of the solution involves reimagining our relationship with technology. Instead of abandoning it, we can use it more consciously. Like a finely tuned instrument, technology's power depends on the skill and wisdom of the musician. The question remains, are we using these innovations to enrich our human experience or to distract ourselves from it? Entropy, physics, and the arrow of time. Beyond spiritual prophecy and technological immersion, physics offers a fascinating viewpoint. The second law of thermodynamics posits that entropy, or disorder, tends to increase in an isolated system. As entropy rises, so does complexity and seeming chaos. Some theorists link this principle to the sensation that time is accelerating, more events, more randomness, and a greater density of happenings in each moment. We experience this entropic surge in our daily lives. Think about how quickly trends appear and vanish, or how rapidly news cycles shift our collective attention from one global event to the next. It's as though the world is packing more stuff into every passing second, making time feel compressed. This can be both thrilling and disorienting. Yet entropy isn't inherently negative, it's merely a measure of change. Stars form and die, galaxies collide, and life evolves precisely because of the universe's constant drive toward transformation. If human society mirrors these cosmic processes, perhaps our current era is a sign that we're in a phase of accelerated evolution. We might collectively be moving toward a more complex and integrated global understanding. In a sense, physics echoes the themes in Hopi and Shamanic teachings. Resist the natural flow, and chaos overwhelms. Embrace it, and you learn to navigate its currents. Accepting the arrow of time doesn't mean bowing to chaos. It means recognizing that forward momentum can be harnessed for growth. The more we align our personal rhythms with these grand cosmic cycles, the easier it becomes to find serenity within the storm. Spiritual frameworks, from Islam to Buddhism. Religious and spiritual traditions worldwide have hinted at an era of rapid unfolding. In Islamic eschatology, the hadiths describe a time when years feel like months, and months feel like days, capturing the collective impression that time itself is losing its original texture. Meanwhile, Christian mystics often frame this phenomenon as part of divine grace accelerating humanity's path toward redemption. Buddhism offers another perspective. Everything is transient, and suffering arises when we cling to the notion of permanence. If time is indeed speeding up, then perhaps the key lies in acknowledging impermanence more deeply. By practicing mindfulness, paying attention to breath, sensations, and thoughts without judgment, we ground ourselves in the present moment. This simple act of presence transforms the chaotic swirl of external changes into a dance we can flow with rather than fight against. Interestingly, many of these traditions also emphasize unity over individualism, echoing the Hopi Elders' call to abandon the lone wolf mindset. Whether it's the Islamic Ummah community, the Christian body of believers, or the Buddhist Sangha, each tradition highlights the power of collective resilience. When times accelerate, the solace of shared support becomes invaluable. The richness of these diverse spiritual frameworks reveals a consistent thread, a recognition that while human timelines might speed up, our capacity for wisdom and compassion can keep pace if we choose to cultivate it. In this light, time speeding up becomes less of a curse and more of a teacher, inviting us to grow, adapt, and awaken. Mindfulness, meditation, and self-care. Amid the flurry of prophecies and scientific theories, practical tools remain our greatest allies. Mindfulness at its core is the art of noticing, of being fully present with each thought and sensation. When every moment feels crammed with urgent demands, mindfulness helps us slow down internally, even if the clock won't. Meditation serves as a sanctuary in the storm, a practice where we sit quietly and observe the breath. In these still intervals, our racing minds begin to settle and we become more attuned to subtler aspects of existence. Over time, meditation can rewire our stress responses, fortifying us against the relentless push of modern life. This fortified calmness lets us ride the waves of acceleration without capsizing. Self-care extends beyond meditation, however. It includes simple routines like sleep hygiene, proper nutrition, and physical movement that keep our bodies resilient. When time seems scarce, ironically, self-care is often the first thing we neglect. Yet it's precisely in these accelerated moments that self-care becomes most critical, like fueling up a car before a long journey. These deliberate acts of nurturing aren't selfish, they're foundational. They anchor our well-being so that we have the energy and emotional bandwidth to contribute positively to the lives of others. In short, self-care isn't a luxury, it's a form of spiritual and emotional survival. The storms of accelerated time are less daunting when we're rested, nourished, and internally at peace. Nature, creativity, and the importance of community. Sometimes the simplest remedy to life's increasing speed is stepping outside. A quiet forest trail, a winding river, or even a humble backyard garden can reconnect us with the Earth's ancient rhythms. In nature, time flows differently. Seasons progress in cycles, animals follow instinctive patterns, and there's a nostalgic reminder of a pace that feels more harmonious. Just a few minutes of mindful breathing under a tree can serve as a potent antidote to the digital frenzy. Creativity also offers an outlet to channel the energies of rapid change. Whether through painting, writing, drumming, or dancing, creative expression helps process the chaos swirling in our minds. It's more than just art, it's therapy, an invitation to slow down internally, explore our emotional landscape, and emerge with new insights. By externalizing our inner experiences, we transform intangible anxiety into something visible, tangible, and even beautiful. Community completes this triad of support. Like the Hopi Elders suggested, we're not meant to face these rapids alone. Ubuntu, the African philosophy meaning I am because we are, resonates perfectly in accelerated times. We share resources, stories, and solutions, forging a collective raft that rides the current more steadily than any lone boat could. Underneath it all lies a profound truth. No matter how quickly the world spins, human connection remains a constant. In times of upheaval, turning to shared experiences reminds us that fear is universal, hope is contagious, and none of us have to navigate these waters in isolation. Embracing cosmic flow, the next step. Shamanic traditions teach that the universe is alive with energies and frequencies that interweave our physical and spiritual worlds. Whether we label them cosmic influences or divine grace, these forces beckon us toward transformation. The acceleration of time, then, isn't merely a mechanical glitch or a fleeting cultural trend, it's an invitation to evolve beyond what we once thought possible. As our sense of urgency intensifies, so too does our potential for accelerated learning and personal expansion. This era can serve as a catalyst for re-examining old beliefs and adopting new paradigms that reflect our growing awareness. We can question outdated narratives and forge holistic lifestyles that blend ancient wisdom with modern innovation, but true evolution demands introspection. In the face of chaos, how willing are we to confront our fears, our limiting beliefs, our tendency to cling to the riverbank? The answers lie in daily choices, carving out silence amid noise, building nurturing communities, exploring spiritual practices, and staying curious about the mysteries that bind the cosmos together. This might be the real essence of the quickening, a cosmic nudge that compels humanity to wake up to its deeper potential. Instead of letting time's rapid flow disorient us, we can let it energize us, fueling a quest for knowledge, empathy, and unity. If time is indeed speeding up, then each fleeting moment becomes more precious, an opportunity to live, love, and grow like never before. As we stand at the confluence of ancient prophecies, modern technology, and cosmic principles, one truth echoes through them all. Life is in perpetual motion, and we are active participants in its unfolding story. The Hopi Elders remind us that clinging to the shore invites chaos, while Dolores Cannon's work pushes us to unlock a deeper level of consciousness. Meanwhile, physics and spirituality alike highlight that rapid transformation can be an engine for collective awakening. Our capacity to adapt, find meaning, and to forge connections under pressure reveals the profound resilience of the human spirit. Yes, the pace feels relentless and our days might rush by in a blur. Yet within the swirl of responsibility and uncertainty lies an invitation to become more mindful, more compassionate, and more creatively alive than ever before. So, how will you respond to this acceleration of time? Will you seize each moment as a chance to expand your horizons, deepen your relationships, and align with a higher purpose? Or will you remain on the shore, clinging to what once was, longing for a past that no longer exists? Remember, a river in flood can erode the land, but it can also enrich the soil for new growth. The choice is yours, and perhaps that's the most liberating insight of all.